Okay, we are recording. And this is Durwood King with ELC 117 Motors and Controls. And this is January the 20th, Wednesday. And thank you for joining here, Alex and whoever else might be watching. And we're in the shop doing some wiring labs. I'm going to move the card over. As you can see, a few students that are preparing the lab to be tested. And so you'll see the cart moving here, my Zoom cart, my Zoom mobile. Now, Alex, if you at some point, if you notice that the camera is not pointing to where you can see anything at all, just speak out, because I forget like real quick not to move the camera. And so you speak up if you can't see anything going on, okay?
Okay.
Just lay them on the table to the side. Now the Romex wires, if there's any flat Romex, just throw it away. But the regular stranded wire, keep that, because you'll reuse that. That stuff, there's nothing wrong with it, and you'll just reuse it. There's some pliers right over here. Any more? Hold on. If you're gonna crimp that,
I want to take it off. I wanted to take it off, but I couldn't, so I wouldn't use much wire.
You can strip more back here to keep more than that. They're close, so tight. So, why don't you just bring the cable in from? Bring the cable in. Bring the cable in, right? Do that, bring it further. I wouldn't do that because I would pinch in and actually damage it. I would do this by hand. But you're going to have a tendency over tightening that. If it cuts in there, then it can short out. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Alex, they're wiring up a disconnect box to check a 230 volt motor that you'll wire up here in the shop, and they're doing the initial hookup. It's a box I got out of the ag department. We had to have a box to do this with, and so I can't get the camera, but just so close right now, and I've got to get some stuff in place. Just kind of hang on, and I'll get the camera closer in a little bit. Just hang with us. Mm-hmm.
Swearing it up to full of this.
Any of these white pictures that are on there, put the white pictures. Put the white pictures, the ceramic pictures, put those in the box, okay?
How much, Gerwin? Check her out. All the way through.
That cleaned up for us. You will?
You still did it?
When this opens up, but it's not hanging over there. Something like that. What do you want? That doesn't do about this. That's good. Yes, sir. Very good. Okay. I'm getting the boxes out for all these bulbs going in so they don't get thrown. It won't be long. Maybe probably get.
On this one right here, yeah, you want the scope to go down.
You don't want to take all this. I just want to leave it like this. Yeah, leave the boxes on there.
Yeah, he just wants a wire. Up there, where you at? The moon. Yep. Yeah. Man. Hey, turn around. Y'all ever fix that thing like that? No, I don't know. It's right here.
That don't happen very often.
Hey, you know what we should have done? You said you on my bed. You said you live. Live. That's the beginning. They trying to figure out what is wood, where goes where. They should just left it alone. No, not me. And Derwin, did you ever figure out what happened last night? What was it? You mean tonight?
You both took me.
No. We went to go look. He went to go have us test some of the PLC equipment last night. I was the first one. Of course, this got to happen on me. You know what I'm saying? So So I kept messing with him. I said, you put a bug in this thing already, didn't you? I knew Darwin set me up last night. when he gave it to you, he already bugged it for you. He had to. That was a bug he put in. He forgot. Mm-hmm. Break it. Darwin. I'm trying to show.
This long match is just chunk.
It's recording.
Matter of fact, that solid wire right there.
What's up, I guess? What are you doing? Burger. Matt broke it. You done broke it. Matt broke it.
What you have to do when you move it, you have to cut the video back on because it'll lose it. If you move, you have to just get it up closer so you don't.
Yeah, I was trying to get her in here so you kind of show it a little bit.
Right. Yeah, you can talk. He'll hear you.
He'll be all right. He can see.
Well, tell him what you did.
Yeah, I wired it.
And you're going to be a future teacher.
No, I ain't teaching.
Right who's going to do this when I'm out one day?
Oh, Pat. You'll get Pat.
You're going out. You're going to be here forever.
Yeah.
I mean, if I take a break,
I ain't got time for those.
Who's supposed to do this then?
Oh, that's schematic right there. Yeah, look.
Show them the pigtails.
Hold on, I cut off again. Oh, look at there. Oh, yeah. Look at that beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. They ground to ground. You got to follow her. Yeah, real nice and close. You got to follow her real nice. Let me clear this jewel up. You need to clear it up. Yeah, just a second, Ingrid.
There it is.
Yeah. Clear up.
Y'all think it's gonna work?
No, it is. There you go. You're doing a good job now, buddy. You have fun.
I thought you were supposed to take this motor down.
It is.
Oh, you got this motor down? I bet it's gonna hit today.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
It ain't fucking.
There you go. You ain't working until next week, did you?
I gotta make
What the hell? He didn't give me that. You're supposed to grab it. Oh, pretty special.
Harbor Freight.
What you looking there, Governor?
What do you say, the Harbor Freight brand?
Harbor Freight special.
Harbor Freight special.
Take one.
I'm gonna dog Harbor Freight.
Oh, they are. That ain't. I like the black. Oh, I think I'm not sticking my hands in my face after I've been pushing on this stuff. Too big. Got stick in it. That's not big yet. These something down there? I think 5. That's 5. That's good. That's good. Oh, yeah. Now, why don't we get rid of the neutral?
The motor doesn't need a neutral.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't like a water heater doesn't need a neutral. Water heaters use too hot for 230, 240. They use a gram with no neutral. Now a closed dryer does use a neutral. So it uses the 2 hots, a neutral, and the crank. It's got 4 wires for the dryer, 4 stove. Okay, for the newer dryer.
The high heat.
Huh?
Why don't they need them?
Because she said no.
Because the heater elements run on, they run on two highs. They don't run on the neutral, but they're high voltage, heater elements. And there's nothing in the water heater that needs it. Nothing here that needs it. If you get in a clothes dryer, the heater elements run on the 230, and then the motor runs on one hot leg and then a neutral on the ground. So the motor that runs with the tub on the dryer, it runs on 120, it has to have neutral. So now, when this motor here, when you run it on low voltage on 120, when you run it on that, it uses one of these hot legs and then a neutral in the ground. So if it's low voltage 120, you got to have a neutral for a turn current. One hot to get the power to the load, and then the neutral to bring it back in the ground. When you go to high voltage, it uses two hots. And one of them takes it to the load, the other one brings it back, two hots on neutral in the ground. So if it's single phase, it's 230 high voltage, it doesn't use a neutral if it's just a motor or a heat or a hot water heater. Okay.
Now the foot is fuel around, so she'll spin the opposite way. We take this red one off in there, and we take the black one off in there, and
You reverse it. I mean, yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. So you got your boys around one.
that's the same thing you can do it. And then the hot gas.
That's right, the fans, or if you might have an intake fan on in the roof or the wall, intake or the exhaust. Sometimes they gotta go this way, sometimes they gotta
The
go
fans at the south farm, they sat on the inside, and it was pulled air through, and our fans at our hog houses on the outside, and it pulled air through the house.
out. And you got exhaust fans, where some places have maybe a row of intake fans and then a row of exhaust fans to keep the air circulating down through the room. Where I worked at in an area, they have a row of intakes and a row of exhaust, so they have to turn off the direction. That's where reversing the motor comes in. You got to have to reverse the motor. Okay. Now here. All right. It's ready. It's ready to start up. Right. Now be careful with the shaft because there's not a guard. I've got a tube to put up here. We got to make the bracket and that here. And if you want to do that, matter of fact,
I already told him to do that. Give me a pair of vice screws. I will get it. I'll burn this motor up. I will hold it.
I already told him to put his hand on it.
I can fix it up with some electrical tape.
Now look right here.
Get some duct tape in. Gorilla tape.
That's all. We're gonna make the bracket. Give me some nails and some wood, I think. Well,
I was hoping it kind of fit.
y'all see a 6-inch roll of metal roll laying around the corner? Yeah, somewhere to get out.
It's some kind of metal thing over there. On the floor over there, by that, thing.
Am I looking at it? I think I did.
That was it.
That was it, yeah. Oh, that's what you
That's
do,
what I
is
think. I seen it when I go to
you
myself.
measure, you got to send a measurement from the ground. Now, so it needs to be, say, 2 to 5/8. Yes. Actually, that's half. That's half of it. It's just a little bit 5/8. Just straight here. I would say somewhere around there, it would be 2 to 3/8. bracket needs to meet this, it's 2 or 3 days of fall, you know what I mean? You can find it, if you can find a piece of sheet metal, and it should just be bent in a vise, you can bend it with 2 legs, come up like that with a flat. So there's real 2 holes, and this is already threaded for 4 points, but there's 2 bolts in from the bottom, that's threaded right there. So let's test it first, and then once you test it, and you go turn off of this, then we'll find the sheet metal and make it. Okay? So it does, be careful not to let anything hit this, because it's going to be spinning really fast, and it just will swing whether or not hit it. You know? Everybody have glasses, safety glasses?
Everybody good.
You don't have any?
I have to-
The cart, there's a cart.
Mine's in my bag right here. I just got to get to it.
There's a box of safety glasses under that cart. Make sure you put them back. Don't take them with you, because they're Butterball glasses.
In the where?
Yeah, they belong to Butterball. Don't take them away from here. Yeah. Make sure you put them back in that box up under that cart. Yeah. No, under that other cart. Yeah. Yeah. Please don't take them away from here, because they belong to Butterball. Butterball Company bought them glasses.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and make sure to try to get you a set for yourself to bring each day.
Okay.
The bookstore sells them. The bookstore sells them.
Right here?
The bookstore.
Okay.
Get my logo.
You get them at Lowe's.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah. That's the man with the plan. Finish you right here.
Everybody got glasses on? Okay. Yeah.
Everything up on there.
The drum room.
Right. So now we're gonna knock it out and let you first phase on.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
I decided to wait.
So that same motor will run on, right around 230. This is actually 208. It's not 230 in this building, but it's that anywhere from 208 to 240 will work on that motor. It depends on the voltage coming into the building or to the farm.
I can switch to black here and red here. Right?
Exactly. So if you notice here, the way he's got these bundled up, he's gonna take the black out of that bundle and the red out of that bundle and just rebundle. If you just simply by switching the incoming wires won't make the motor go the other way. So it's not a matter of taking the incoming wires and flipping them. You got to go in there and get the start winding. Y'all remember the start winding? Let me get the paper out that shows the start winding.
Take your arm. Look at that.
Look right here where I'm highlighting here. What he's reversing right now is the outer wires. The start winding is what he's reversing, the outer winding. He's not messing with the income. If you flip the incoming wires, the motor's still going to stay the same direction. You've actually got to change the polarity of the start winding in relation to the main winding. You leave the main windings alone and you reverse these two on, and it makes a single phase motor go the other way. Now on 3-phase motors, it's different. On 3-phase motors, you'll have 3 hot wires going in, and your incoming lines, you can just split any 2 of those on a 3-phase motor, and it makes the motor go the other way.
That's right.
These other boards, all of that's going to be 3-phase. And just the incoming wires to the motor, you just flip any 2 of them, or the power wires, it'll make it go the other way. Everybody get that? We're flipping the start winding only, not the incoming line. It changes the relationship. The start winding has a capacitor in there, and when you flip it, it makes it kick it off the other way. It kicks it off the other way. make sure what you've done. So now the blue stays there to the end. And then you're taking the red down here, should it be red and yellow this time on line two. That's right. And then you insulated with the orange, black, and white. That's correct. So the black and the red that we have here, this red one, and this black one are the start line. Those two in my hand there. Those two are the ones that tip it off to the pipe to the capacitor and to the centrifugal switch in there. Another thing, let's listen to it. Let's listen to it after it gets to running and it cuts it off. Listen to it as it slows down, and you should hear that switch reclose. The centrifugal switch that's got a spring on it. You should hear it doing there, and you should hear it click when it starts to slow down. I know on the hydraulic one you can hear it. It gets noticeable. Let's get this up here. Alex is watching from home. Let's get this up here. Get this aside. Alex, do you remember us going over the wiring here? You remember us going over this?
Yep.
You do or you don't?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So he's hooked up on the high voltage right now on this one, and he went on ahead and reversed. He reversed the yellow, the start winding. He reversed it. Just those two leads there on the outside. He flipped those, which is the red. It's the red wire within the motor, the red wire, and the black one that are inside the motor. That's the start winding. Okay. So let's bring this over here so we can see. Right now. Get up here where we can see the rotation of the motor. Now cut it off. See it going the other way, so it's going counterclockwise now. Let's get it over here. Did you hear it? You heard it, okay. So a while ago it was going clockwise. Now go ahead and bump it on. Now cut it off. You see it going counterclockwise now, Alex.
Yes, I do.
You see it? But did you hear the click? I didn't hear the click. I heard it. You hear that? That little click. That click. Y'all hear that? That's a spring. There's a set of springs in there that reclose the centrifugal switch. The centrifugal switch is right here. I'm gonna circle it in red. It's that switch that right there in red. That switch has got a spring on it, and that spring keeps it closed when it's not turning. And when you start it up, when it gets up to 75% of its top speed, it swings open under centrifugal force. That's why they call it a centrifugal switch. Because it takes a lot of force to swing it open. That's the switch right there, Alex. And that's, you probably can't hear it through the computer mic, but it swings open when it gets up to 75% of your speed, and then when you cut it off, it recloses as it slows down. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Yes.
And you'll hook this up. You'll hook it up when it's done. Just go ahead and lock it out. Your paper, I'll sign off on that. You also get the so you'll do that. You'll rotate over there at the right time. Or if you want to, while we're in between it, you want to let's find some metal and you can make an accordion. Every minute that we run this thing and not got a guard on, it's a chance somebody getting tangled up. We get run up in it. Bad news time after. Whoever wants to get this next, you can go ahead and wind this up. It'll be on the high voltage. If anybody get it. We're gonna rotate through till you got that one up here ready. Okay. Let me see if I can find a piece of sheet metal for him to start making a guard out of. Give me just a second. And that way he can be making a guard for this. Okay.
Well, it's if you want to.
That's right here, Jordan.
Once you do it, this is big enough for what we already on, it's okay, it's about right. There's something to. Let's get you
I know I'm saying.
Yeah, I was sitting there. Just looking at the way learn a lot too. I also get out with my license. Like this right here, I just kind of simple. Good to have a good experience. Nicholas, how are you? But I mean, the man do do it. Yeah. He's a supervisor. Yeah, I was like, kind of people on first shift. I remember they said, you help me out. Doing that little shit, you gotta pick up the shit and take it to the front. I remember that shit. I know I remember you telling me that. The other thing, Eric, you actually work in the food. Do little scrape or something like that. Well, just then, I got some experience out there. I'm about to get that's good stuff. Oh, Tony. Oh, no, you got one there. Another one guy. You might be talking about Chris. Yeah. Slide it through that. You might like The rules that they use, they're fighting for the life of so bright. I wonder if Russ can still there. Yeah, I hope he's still there. He ain't never going to do that. Oh, yeah, he can do that. That is a pretty good job.
Alex, I need to be moving the camera around more. I know, man. I can actually put it up here. Be fine. We can do that. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna, he's did let me move the camera one more time. He's doing this hookup right here on high voltage for the 230. Maybe you can see all that. So the incoming line one, it goes to blue, and then line two goes to yellow black. So we've got line one coming in from the cord. Line one would be red, it goes to blue only. Line two would be the black wire coming in on the cord, it goes to yellow and black. You see that?
Yes, sir.
And then these three get insulated there. Your internal red, orange, white, they just go to a wire nut and they're insulated. It says INS on the plate, if you see that.
Yes, I do.
The INS, that means insulated with a wire nut. They don't hook to the power line. So he's got to hook up correctly.
Okay.
So now that looks good. And let's unlock it and we'll let you off.
Whenever you get a chance to win their soldering,
Yeah.
we might need you to go look.
To eyeball it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just hang right there. Remind me when I get done with this, I'll go eyeball it real
We'll
quick.
be over here whenever you're ready.
Okay, just help me remember.
All right.
I want to be able to get into this thing here while it's running. And let's see if we can do that. Because normally when you cut it on, you can't get into it. Let's just find out if you can. So we're gonna cut it on. You ready? Everybody ready? Everybody got glasses on? But actually, look, before we even do that, let's find out when I go into it. Now let's try to interlock. Let's see if I can do something to get into it so you can do the measurements. Hold on. That right there is a lot of times there's a way to override to get into something.
I'm gonna get to the bathroom.
Okay, great. Yeah. So it's on right now. You see that? I was able to do that. So we can get it on. I can do that and get it open. There. That's what we need to do. Buddy, we're going hot here. So we're gonna cut it on. Ready? And so which way? Let's put the camera over there where you can see. So and we're gonna cut it off. So you can see it's going clockwise, right? Going clockwise, and we're gonna cut it back on again and let you do some measurements on the box. Well, actually, let's let you reverse it and we'll do some measurements, okay? So we'll cut this off. We'll show you actually doing the wiring change on the camera. Caliper. What'd you say, caliper?
Measure this, see what's up to your knee. So get the right size.
Measure for what now?
Get the right size drill bit for this.
got size drill bit for that.
So you drill a hole
Well,
in that
that's a
middle.
1/4 inch bolt, so they go a little bit bigger than the quarter.
All right.
Got like one size up from a quarter. We're gonna move the camera around here. He's changing that. He's gonna rebundle it so that the red one, he's putting the red one over where the black one is, and the black one where the red one is. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna
Hey, where's some, where's some drywall?
We can hammer that down and we can get 2 more screws in there. And that'll work very nice. That's exactly what we're after right there. Should be.
I reckon.
Not that.
You guys see
Oh, God. Well, homemade. I would recommend. I got you. Ooh. Head down. Let's hope it's leaves. 5 minutes left. All right, brother. We got 5 minutes left. Mouth of the lake, she's gonna be occupied again. We about to be without the table glass. That's why I think
Well, see, they had they made it 4 days instead of 2. Usually it's double the 2 days.
Yeah.
But because of the early college and all, they had to make it 4 days to make it work with some other classes. That's what it is. Okay, Alex, we got to call this thing, call it to an end. And hopefully you picked up a few things with this. I know it was kind of hit and miss with the camera, but I'm going to go ahead and end the session. I've got to put the camera in there in the classroom for something else now. So thank you. I will upload this later if anybody wants to go back and review it again. But thanks for watching, Alex. Hope you can. Do you think you may be here tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, buddy. All right. You have a blessed evening, man. Thanks for joining.
You too. Thank you.
Were you able to learn a little bit off of it?
Yes, for sure.
Well, good. Thank you, man. All right. Well, I appreciate you joining, and we'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay.
Have a nice evening.